Now we add absolute value bars to our list of a group simple. When we use the order operation, first we simplify inside the absolute value as much as possible. Then we take the absolute value of the resulting number. So here is a group symbol, symbol right here, the parentheses, the brackets, braces, and the absolute value. In the next example, we simplify the expression inside absolute value bar first, just as we do with the parentheses. Okay, so for example, I have 24 minus absolute value of 19 minus 3 times quantity of 6 minus 2. So let me rewrite this thing down here. I have 24 minus absolute value of 19 minus 3 times 6 minus 2. So evaluate from inside out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work inside the parentheses first. 6 subtract 6 minus 2 is 4. Right, so this right here, that's give me 4. So let me rewrite this. 24 minus absolute value of 19 minus 3, now times 4. 4. And we're gonna take 3 times 4, multiply 3 to 4. I have 24 minus absolute value of 19, 3 times 4 is 12. They're still inside the absolute value. 19 minus 12, 19 minus 12, 19 minus 12 is 7. 24 minus absolute value of 7. Well, what's the absolute value of 7? Is 7, right? So 24 minus 7 is equal to 17. That will be our last answer. Okay. Now let's try it for yourself. Okay, similarly, I do the same thing, right? I do the same thing. I'm gonna work from inside the parentheses first. So 3 minus 1 is 2. This one right here, 3 minus 1. So I have 19 minus absolute value of 11 minus 4 times 2. And then 4 times 2 is 8. So 19 minus absolute value of 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. Okay, so equal 19 minus absolute value of 3. Well, absolute value of 3 is 3. So this is equal to 19 minus 3, which is 16. 16. Now we're gonna evaluate the absolute value. So I want to evaluate absolute value of x when x equal negative 35. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna substitute negative 35 for x. Right? So here I have x like that. Now I'm gonna substitute, instead of x, I'm gonna write 35, negative 35 in here. Right? Well, what is the absolute value of negative 35? It's positive 35. Same thing here. I want to evaluate negative absolute value of negative y when y equal negative 20. So let's rewrite this thing except for the y. So absolute value of negative, instead of y, I'm going to put the parenthesis there. Okay. Well, what is the parenthesis for? That's the y value, and y here they give us is negative 20. So substitute negative 20 for y. Working from inside out. So I have minus 20, which is the opposite of negative 20. Opposite of negative 20 is positive 20. Right? And absolute value of 20 is 20. Problem C, I have negative absolute value of u when u equal 12. So this means let me rewrite the negative absolute value of u. This means this right here. This means negative 1 time absolute value of u. Okay. And what is u? U is 12. So just substitute 12 for u. So negative 1 time absolute value of 12. Well, absolute value of 12 is 12. So this is negative 1 times 12, which is negative 12. Problem D, I have kind of similar to C. I have negative absolute value of P when P equal negative 14. So let me rewrite this. Instead of negative absolute value of P, this is implied negative 1 times absolute value of P. Well, what is P? P is negative 14. So substitute negative 14 for P, which is equal to, well, absolute value of negative 14 is positive 14. Negative 1 times positive 14 is negative 14. All right. And that will be the end of our session today. Thank you for watching.